Hi, I'm Gail and welcome back to lowcarbrecipe.ideas.com. Today we're going to do a simple recipe. It's very quick, but it's really tasty, and it's going to be a low-carb, 80-second flourless chocolate cake. It's just a one serving, it's delicious, and I'm going to show you how to make it. So let's get started. Okay, our dry ingredients are going into one bowl, our wet ingredients in another bowl. So the first thing I've got is 2 tablespoons of cocoa powder. Now, the cocoa powder I am using, it's organic and Rondell Organics. I get it at Costco, in case you're interested in that product. Then I'm going to put in 2 tablespoons of erythritol, powdered erythritol or powdered xylitol. And then a 1/4 teaspoon of baking powder. I like using the aluminum-free baking powder. You choose what you want to do. So basically all I'm going to do is I want to mix this all together. Oh, I gotta be careful, I'm getting the chocolate flying here. Okay, so I've got that mixed. I'm gonna set that aside, and then I have 1 egg that I beat already, and I'm going to put in a 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla extract. I'll get that out of there. And this doesn't look very good, but what I've got is I've got a tablespoon of 35% whipping cream. It's got cocoa in there. I used the same tablespoon, so if you're wondering what that is, that's what it is. I just didn't want to use another tablespoon if I didn't have to. So I'm just going to mix this together. And then all we're going to do is take our dry ingredients. I'm going to bring it back over. And we're going to put in the wet ingredients. It's crazy. I'm honestly, I don't understand why it works so well without flour, but this little cake is delicious, and it will curb that sweet tooth of yours. Like if you're, let's say you've had supper and all of a sudden it's like, oh, I want something sweet. This takes seconds to make. It's not a big deal. So all we're going to do is we're going to stir this up till we got it all mixed. And then what I'm going to use is a soup bowl cup, because I found it's the perfect size. If you have a ramekin dish, it's about 4 1/4 round is what I've got here. So I've already used butter and greased it, but I've got a parchment paper that I've taken in a chunk of butter, and I really want you to grease it well so that it falls out really, really easy. If you're skimpy on the butter, it might be a little bit harder to come out. So that's what I highly recommend. So all I'm going to do now is put my batter into the cup. These soup cups are perfect, absolutely perfect for this. Try and get out as much as I can. There we go. That's it. So now what I'm going to do is put it in the microwave on high for 80 seconds. And we will show you the results for our cake. So I hide my microwave. I don't like it sitting out. So I have it inside a cupboard, and I quite like it. So we're just going to put this in here, and we're going to do 80 seconds. Okay, we're going to take it out. Can you see that? Pretty cool. Okay, let's see what we can do with it. So I've got my little cooling rack. All I'm going to do is take it around the edges and hopefully it'll just fall out. If it doesn't, I have to do a little bit of work separating it from the bottom. Okay, let's see if we got it now. There we go. That's pretty awesome. It looks better on the other side. So I'm just going to flip it over. And there's our 1 serving chocolate cake. So I'm just going to make a little bit of whipped cream. And once it cools down, I'm going to top it and then we're going to share it. So while my cake is cooling, I'm just going to whip up quickly a little bit of whipped cream for the top of it. So I've got my whipping cream, it's 35%. And I guess I better get myself a spatula. So I'll get the rest of that cream out of there. And this is the cream I'm using, it's 35%. You can see that there. Then I'm going to add in half a teaspoon of vanilla extract. And I have 2 tablespoons of powdered erythritol or xylitol. You can use Swerve, there's other sweeteners out there, but I just usually use erythritol or xylitol. So I'm just going to mix this until I get it really, really thick. There you go, nice and thick. Now, lots of times I just make up my whipping cream and leave it in the fridge. And when I want something sweet, I just take scoops of my whipping cream. And that's what I eat as just for a sweetener. And it does last in the fridge a long time. Sometimes I find underneath the bottom, it'll start getting a little runny. So I just get my mixer out again and I beat it up and it goes nice and thick again. So it does last quite a while. Just cover it, seal it up in the fridge. It's perfect. Okay, let's put things together and we will try our cake. So I'm not going to do anything fancy. I'm just going to take and put some of my whipping cream on the top. I could ice the whole thing if I wanted to. It's so tasty. The chocolate's very nice in this recipe. I think you'll really like it. Now I've got, you don't have, this, first of all, whipping cream and this little bit of chocolate that I'm using. I'm just doing it as extras. It's optional. It's not, calculated in the calculations for the cake. So there we go. There's our delicious cake. So now let's try it out. So here's my 82nd flourless chocolate cake. It's pretty awesome. Amazing. Just amazing. Can you see that? Look at that. That's really good. And it just is perfect for us low carbers that we're wanting something sweet and something quick. It's really good. You can see in there. It's perfect. So if you'd like to go to lowcarbrecipe.ideas.com, try this recipe and try some of my other ones. Enjoy the football game this weekend. We'll see you soon. Bye now.